Talon Auditore da Noxus over here just got a really big quality of life buff that will change him a lot. Basically, in the patch notes, they say that his Q will now always count as a dash. While before only the long range use of the Q counted as a dash, now the close range one will do too. And apparently, it's actually split in 3 forms. Which means multiple things. First, sudden impact, the rune that deals extra damage after a dash, will now work on both long range and short range Qs, so he will by default do more damage with his Q anywhere it's used from the rune alone. They still act differently for damage though, melee Q still stabs and crits and is faster and resets your basic auto attack, but now he also dashes to the target, so he doesn't get self-stunned in place while casting the melee Q anymore, which is really nice and feels a lot better to use. So Q now works as a gap closer no matter what range you use it from, helping you chase and stay in fights with enemies from both near and afar. The only downside to this would be while playing against anti-dash champions like Vex or Poppy or Talia, but overall I think it's worth the quality of life buff that this gives. Though the thing is, it seems like it's actually split in 3 rather than 2 attacks. Not sure if this is intended, since it doesn't say it in the tooltip of the ability, but Thermal from Talon mains noticed that it is split in 3 parts now. You got the range and close versions that work as a dash, but you also got a melee one if you are really close to the target. This one too procs sudden impact, but it doesn't get affected by anti-dash abilities like Poppy's or Talia's, so if you use it close enough against anti-dash enemies in fights instead of like a gap closer, it won't get countered by anti-dash mechanics, even if it's still technically counted as a dash since it does proc sudden impact. Really interesting change overall. I'm sure Talon mains will be pleased since it does feel a lot better to use and not get self-stunned while using the close range Q, but let me know what you think, especially if you are a main, leave a like or I'm gonna stab you, and thanks for watching.